My name is Martin. I have been studying charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. Here are my test results so you can all see that I'm not bullshitting you. I have 30 friends at my local gym, I have a 12-year-old friendship with my best friend, and I have a 1-year-old relationship with my girlfriend with 0 arguments. This video will be split into 3 parts: listening, speaking, and finally confidence, so you can become the most charismatic version of yourself even though you are really smart. So let's start with our first step, and that is listening. And specifically, I'm gonna be talking about the mindset. If you have a mindset of learning in this world, why not just to go to some of your friends and tell them, listen, what is the most important lesson you have learned this month? This singular sentence is gonna make the other person feel extremely heard, and it's gonna make them talk for maybe even 10 minutes straight. You just ask a very simple question and they are now talking for 2 or 3 minutes. And so if you just say something like this to your friend, they will want to express themselves and they will see you as a really good listener, and they will want to open up more to you because you have asked them such a deep question. And if you keep asking these thought-provoking questions, for example, what do you think is the point of life? Or do you think aliens exist? Or maybe some philosophical questions. You'll be able to gain knowledge, first of all, from them, so you will win, and second of all, they will win also because you are giving them space. You're giving them space to express what they have just learned. And people absolutely love that. So what I have learned in my life is that change your mindset. Instead of what this person get into my life and how can I take advantage of them and blah blah, horrible way of thinking, how can I learn from them? Ooh, suddenly much different. Now you'll be asking questions about what they have learned, and people absolutely will adore you for this. People will love you for this because suddenly, if someone is just trying to take advantage of them, suddenly, if someone is trying to manipulate them, and you come to them and you ask them, you listen, what was the most important lesson you have learned this month? Suddenly, they'll be much more submissive and they will tell you, listen, I have learned this. And you'll be absolutely amazed how great knowledge you can gain. One time I have asked this question to my friend, and what he told me I will never ever forget. Hope for the best, plan for the worst. How of a badass quote is that? And I'll forever remember it because I have asked this question. So if you yourself want to gain these weird but awesome badass quotes, just ask people. Ask people what is the most important lesson you have just learned, and change your mindset, pull up or pull out some screws there and think, every person has a different TV show in their own lives. So they have maybe entered some site of YouTube, they've maybe read some book that I have not read. And that's why having good connections in this world is very important, even for your knowledge, because you will learn such an amazing things. And because I know that you are really smart, you can easily learn from formulas. So I have prepared for you one very specific formula. So if you combine proximity, frequency, duration, and intensity, you will gain friendship. Proximity is something like your house. If you meet every single week at, I cannot even draw a roof, that's crazy. What the fuck was that? If you go into someone's house every single week, that's frequency. If you go to someone's house every single week and you play cards with them, great. Now you are one step closer to forming a really good friendship. Then there is duration. How long are you together there? Maybe you are there for 5 minutes, maybe you are there for 10, maybe you are there for an hour. And then finally, intensity. How often are you meeting with these people? Or maybe how great your quality time with them is. Proximity is basically the way where you guys are meeting or with what people you are meeting with. Frequency is how often, duration is how long, for how much time, and intensity is the quality of the conversations you are having together, or the value you are exchanging, or the fun that you have. If you can nail all of these 4, you best believe you have such a great friendships. And that is a formula for you how you can acquire great friends. And I have to give credit to Josh Otsuania for giving us this awesome and great friendship framework. When we are still at the listening part, now I would like to talk about nodding and back channel cues. Have you ever witnessed when you were talking to someone and they are nodding their head every 1 to 3 seconds, and then they are doing this? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that had to be rough. I understand. These things that this person is saying are called back channel cues. These words do not interrupt you, but they will also let you speak more. And because these words are spoken in such low volume, like, yeah, damn, you can understand that they will never interrupt you, but on the other hand, they will make you talk even further. So if you are smart, try to understand this simple technique. If you will just get into a conversation and you will nod your head and you will do damn, don't try to force it. Try to be empathetic towards the other person, because this is what will make people absolutely love you. This is the secrets that therapists use. This is why these people are getting paid millions of dollars, because they know how to listen properly. And why do you think I'm starting with listening and not speaking? Because if you start with listening, that is a much more easier skill to learn. Speaking, you need to know vocabulary, you need to know articulation, you need to know volume, rate of speech, pauses, tonality, melody. Millions of different things you need to know when you want to be a better speaker. If you want to see that, you can subscribe to this channel. But when it comes to listening, you need to understand that there is just a few things. Be interested in the other person, do back channel cues and nod to your head, ask open-ended questions and deep questions, and mirror the last words of their sentence. There is nothing else to this. Nothing else to listening. So that's why I'm starting out with listening, because listening is really important and it will increase your charisma richly, like this. And so the next time you will be talking to someone, just try to understand them, because first you have to understand them and care about what they are going to say next. That's why I have mentioned the mindset. But now we need to implement damn, that had to be rough. These empathetic back channel cues combined with nodding, so the other person will know that we truly care about their message. And the final part of listening is the mirroring and asking open-ended questions. This works wonders. You'll be absolutely amazed how well this fucking works. This is what police officers in the interrogations room are using to gain the maximum amount of information from people. This is what therapists are using to gain as much intel on their clients. I'm gonna expose the source right here. If you repeat to the other person the last 3 words of their sentence, they are gonna talk even further. I have been in a forest with 3 girls. 3 girls. Yeah, 3 girls. And then suddenly this huge bear showed up. Whoa, a bear, huh? Yeah, dude. And then 30 or maybe 40 boars showed up and they started to chase us. Oh, they started to chase you. Damn, that sounds really, really scary. Damn, it was really fucking scary. We had to run for our lives. If I did not implement mirroring of their last 1 or 3 words, I will not even know they were chased by a bear and then by 40 boars. That's how insanely overpowered this strategy is. And it requires zero effort from you. And you will get liked also immediately. This is like a cheat code to charisma. You have to do 0 effort, and on the other hand, you will be liked immediately because you know how to listen properly and you are not judgmental. That's also one thing for you smart guys. Stop judging people. A lot of smart guys tend to judge people and say, actually, that's not true. Shut the fuck up. Get that shit out of your head. The next time you're gonna speak to someone and you'll be judging their ideas, stop doing that. Because you will be seen as annoying rather than judging them and telling them, you should do this different. Understand that sometimes people just want to express their feelings. I'm gonna tell you the best thing you can do to know if you should give advice or if you should listen. If someone is telling you something emotional or something they have went through, ask them this simple line. Do you want me to give you advice or do you want me to just listen? You'll be surprised how many times people will say, dude, listen, I just want to get this shit out of my back, okay? I just want to talk to you about it. I don't wish for any advice. You'll be surprised how many people will tell you this. Surprised as hell. And then, of course, there might be some people who will tell you, listen, I want advice. That's why I came to you. Great. Awesome. Set the framework. Tell them, am I supposed to listen? Am I supposed to give you advice? And they will tell you immediately. Back to what I was saying. That was a little bonus for you all smart people. Do not judge people, because that's how you will get fucking disliked. What questions you should not ask are close-ended questions. What is your age? I'm 16 years old. What is your favorite color? It's green. What is your color of hair? It's brown. You will never get anywhere if you ask these questions. But on the other hand, if you ask open-ended questions, what do you think is the point of the universe? Do you think aliens exist? Suddenly that could spark some very interesting conversations. Because now people are be like, I've heard this one interesting conspiracy theory online, and they will start talk for ages, and you'll be even surprised, whoa, by just this simple question. Now this person is just talking for 5 minutes straight, and I had to just ask the question. Works wonders. Do this every single day. And also don't judge people. The next thing I would like to talk about is the speaking skill. And as I have said before, there are millions of different tactics, techniques how to become a better speaker, a insanely great communicator. But I will just now focus on three main parts. First, if you are really smart, you probably have a lot of thoughts in your mind. You have so much thoughts in your mind that you don't even know how to communicate them properly. And that's a one huge problem. We need to strengthen our mind and mouth connection. And exactly how do we do that? I have a special solution for you. If you go to Google right now and you type random word generator, and you will go to this website, it can be some random website, doesn't matter what it is, and you will go generate random words, you'll gain a word. In my case, I gain a word knowledge. When I will see this word, now I have to talk about this word for 1 minute straight with no pauses, with nothing else. This will strengthen your mouth connection, and if you will do this just once or even 3 times per day, it will take you 3 minutes, 3 words, and 1 minute per each word. That's just 3 minutes, and you are just freely stretching your vocal cords. And second of all, you are increasing your mind and mouth connection. So in my case, is the word knowledge. Listen, I think that knowledge is very important for us humans, because when we were little children, we realized that we needed to learn as much as possible from our parents, from our grandparents, and we started learning ever since we were little children. So when we hit 20 years of age, why we stop learning? We will never read even a single textbook because we have just left school. And that's why we immediately need to understand that after we finish school, it's not over. We still need to keep learning and learning and learning and getting as much knowledge as possible into our brains. That might be a small example. Don't worry, you will not be as good as me because I have practiced this for 3 years straight. So it's okay if you mess up, you will do some you will stumble over your words. That's completely fine. Don't force it. Just try to understand that yes, you are going to fail. It's absolutely okay. But if you will continue to do this once every day, you will realize that your mouth and mind connection will suddenly be so great that you can talk about any topic without even pausing or saying I guess so that's the mind and mouth connection for you. That's the solution. How can you solve this immediately? And second thing that I'm going to be talking about is eliminating filler words, and that's what I've already mentioned in the previous step, is the words like like I guess, yeah, I do whenever I'm in the class and I see someone doing a presentation about some sort of topic, I immediately realize that they are doing these words, and then teacher, and then this, yeah, I guess this you, as you can, yeah, teacher, this. It reduces your authority like boom. How do we remove all of these things? How do we remove our filler words, and how do we make the audience understand clearly what we have just said? There is only one important technique you need to learn, and that is to pause. Just pause. There is nothing else you have to do. Pause at the end of your sentences so your audience can comprehend what you have just said. Interesting, isn't it? Pauses are doing the three most important things. The first thing is that they will reduce your filler words, because we people tend to not really like silence. When we are in the silence, we are like, I guess, and we panic and we lose so much authority. So that's why instead of using, we will pause. Will be in the silence. And that's when our filler words will be completely eliminated, because we are just comfortable in the silence. And the second thing that pauses are doing is that they will create time for us to think. If I will just talk for 5 minutes about some topic without even pausing, I might stumble over my words. I might go completely off topic. So that's why we need pauses to understand that what we were originally talking about. And this is especially true for smart people, because we smart people have so many thoughts going on inside our mind. And if we want to convey those thoughts, we need to pause. think about what we are gonna say next and speak. This is gonna help you so much. If you are smart and you're gonna be able to comprehend your thoughts, give it a second, think, and say what you have to say. And the third and final thing what pauses are doing, they will give your listeners time to comprehend what you have just said. See? You just comprehended what I have just said because you are listening to me. So imagine if I was talking like this, like Eminem, listen. So imagine if you use this body language like this, you have to keep your entire body open, and then you have to use your eye contact like this, and then if you use your tonality like this, you will be able to attract even more people when you will gain knowledge from this course. And then Vin Jiang is one of the best communicators ever. I just gave a credit to one of my favorite communicators and keynote speakers there. But you understood nothing. Do you remember anything? Probably. Body language, eye contact, but will you remember it? No, because that was so fast that you couldn't comprehend anything. But if I just say like this, if you want to have a good body language, just keep it open. Then if you want to have a better eye contact, stare at the other person. Don't stare crazy, but in a moderate and great way. Then if you want to have a good tonality, use a little bit of pitch and maybe melody. So that's how you can make your message sink in even more, and your audience will understand it even in a much better detail. If you are so smart, you probably have a lot of knowledge. So if you want to give that knowledge away, you should pause, because people will then have a much better time understanding what you have just said. I will give you an example. I have once watched this video from this one YouTuber, and he was explaining some very complex topic, but because he never paused, I was never able to understand anything that he have just said. Nothing. I didn't took anything from that video because he was so fast. He did not pause even a single time. And that's what really frustrates me when I see these communicators, because I don't know what you have just said. And our human brains need to understand and comprehend what the speaker just said. And finally, what very smart people tend to do is that they will stay stoic. They will use no facial expressions whatsoever. They will just stay like this for the entire video, and they think they're being charismatic. But in fact, you are not, because you have no variety in your voice. You have no Mickey Mouse voice, and you don't know how to properly communicate with your pitch and melody and facial expressions. If you want to be more charismatic and get more people onto your side and become much less antisocial, listen. Use your emotions to your advantage. Be funny with them. If you want to tell a joke, use a more high-pitched melody, for example. If you want to be much more deep, and maybe if you want to tell a joke in a different way, be more rough with your voice. But most importantly, use your facial expressions, for goddammit. Because we men were conditioned to be stoic, to have no emotions whatsoever. But if I was like this the entire video, you would get bored, because you would understand my speaking pattern in every single way. And it's boring to watch. So that's why, use your emotions. There is nothing wrong with using them. Use them to tell jokes. Use them to tell emotionally engaging stories. Do all of that. And then people will be, whoa, this person is different. This person ain't like every other guy out there. If you would just go around and, yeah, dude, yeah, you are not special. But if you are suddenly like me, more energetic, more giving with your energy, you are suddenly giving people that your energy is real. You are giving them the feeling that you are truly there, engaged in the conversation. And you are not just like, yeah, boring. Give them your energy. Give them that person they have came to talk to. Give them who you truly are. Show your emotions. Not in this weird way that you're gonna start crying because some, I don't know, girl broke up with you. No, that's fucking cringe. Don't fucking do that. I'm telling you, use your emotions more. Because if I was just the whole video like stoic, nobody would want to watch that. And just put yourself into your listener's shoes. Would they be entertained to watch someone who is... Yeah. No! But they would be entertained when they will be presented with someone who is really open and really giving with their energy. And my solution for you is to just once per day, maybe first try it with your family, then try it with your close friends, maybe try it on your girlfriend, and then you can just do it to strangers later on. Because now, when I go into the gym and I meet someone new, I'm always like, yo dude, what's up man, my name is Martin, how's been your day, listen, you are gaining this much weight, that's crazy. I would just give them my energy, the whole me. I will not give them some Some dumbass motherfucker. Try to once per day implement your emotions further and go or go to the sun of man and start dancing randomly in front of your spouse, in front of your family, or in front of your close friends. And I'm gonna warn you, they're gonna try to put you inside the shell. But if they are gonna do that, try finding strangers and people who don't know you. And now, when I'm recording the video, I have realized if your friends are not accepting you for who you are, I think it's time to find a new group of friends. If you start acting like this in front of them, they will naturally see you like that. They will see you like this energetic person. Give people energy. They will love that. The best example is when you will come home after a really tough day from work or school. And your dog is so happy, he just jumps onto you and starts licking your toe or whatever. You can feel even just that little small thing, and that little generous energy will give you so much more energy. Now let's move to confidence. You have to make promises to yourself and you have to keep them. The reason why people are unconfident is because they don't believe themselves. The best example for this is, imagine a fat guy. Do you think this guy is gonna have confidence in himself? Fuck no! This motherfucker is eating McDonald's every single day. He's eating fucking lollipops, I don't know, junk food, highly processed foods, and then do you think he's gonna have confidence in himself? Hell the fuck no. And that's the reason. Because he does not even have confidence in himself. So he cannot portray the confidence onto other people. Because he doesn't have the confidence himself. We first have to start with us. If we tell ourselves, I'm gonna go into the gym for 1 week straight, great. If you do that, awesome. Now you believe in yourself much more and you have much more self-confidence. I'm gonna quit alcohol. Great. 300 days later, you did not had even a single bit of alcohol. Maybe you want to quit smoking. Maybe you want to quit junk food. Maybe you want to quit porn. If you do all of those things, you will have so much self-confidence that nobody can break your character. Nobody will be able to break you because you will know that you believe in yourself. I've overcame that addiction, that addiction, that addiction, that addiction. I have went to the gym. I have gained a higher salary. I have gained that promotion. I have gained this in my life, this, and you will just list all your achievements. And if you stack all these things together, you have so much confidence that it will be unrecognizable. But it's just not about the awards, achievements, wins. It's also about yourself. Maybe there is something blocking you. Maybe there is some status-seeking mindset. Oh, after I hit that salary, I'm gonna feel happy. Happiness and confidence is something different. But if you know that you are going to quit McDonald's, if you know that you can easily quit porn, if you know that you can easily quit alcohol, you'll be much more confident. And that's how you will develop a confidence that lasts for years to come. Because you know you can believe in yourself. So my action step for you, the next time you will set yourself a goal, complete it. Because you will know that you can trust yourself. Second, and this is how you can be perceived as confident by other people. First, we have talked about how you can be confident for yourself and how you can portray that confidence to other people. But let's now know, how can we be perceived confident? The most important thing is that you need to understand down talk. Have you ever witnessed someone who is talking like this? I think we can go to the movie? I think I would like a burger? They are talking like this and it makes them sound like little bitches. That's why I have this channel specifically aimed towards men. Because women need fucking confidence and fucking charm and get women to our sides, am I right? And that's why we need to learn how to down talk. We need to end on a low pitch. And we need to learn how to combine it with a pause. And that's when our lines will become so attractive for women especially. Imagine if you were to come up to a girl and, my name is Martin. What is your name? Super sexy, super hot. But what if, my name is Martin. What is your name? Suddenly a little bitch is talking. Girls can say, oh, you look so beautiful. Oh, you look like this. Oh, I love you so much. Girls can get away with this because they will sound really cute when they will do this. But as men, oh my god, when I was telling you these examples, you thought I was a little bitch. And we fucking cannot let that happen. So down talk your sentences. Or maybe even make them flat. Not up, flat. That's also really powerful. and it will make you seem like a much bigger authority in what you have just said. Because if you just go down, suddenly people know that, holy shit, this person knows what he's talking about. And if you combine it with a pause, you'll be so strong. You'll be so good in conversations and communication, and nobody will be ever questioning your authority. If you will remove your filler words, you will combine it with a pause and with a down talk. Nobody will question your authority then. Final thing to confidence, and that is honesty. This might be really rough for some people, and especially to smart people. Because smart people think in a much different way. They overthink everything, basically. And I have been in that situation, so don't worry. Smart people try to overthink everything. If I say this line, that this might happen, when I say this will happen, and then they're trying to calculate strategies and plans in their mind, but in fact, just say what you need to say. And be honest with it. If you meet 100 people, and you will be likable, and you will be yourself, maybe 10 people out of those 100 will fucking not like you, but you best believe, because you were honest, 90% will relate to you and 90% will like you just by you being liked. People think when they will be honest, they will resent me, they will think I'm this and this. They will think that you are special. I've done this multiple different times. I am farting in front of my girlfriend. My level of honesty went that far that I'm farting in front of my girlfriend, and we just laugh about it. Imagine having such a open and loyal relationship that you can literally fart with each other, and you are just laughing, and it's beautiful. And I just want you to understand that this type of honesty is possible. And yeah, the other person might be, oh, that's gross. They're not for you. In my opinion, if a girl would be like, what, stop farting, just hold it inside yourself, that signals to me, okay, I'm gonna hold also from you that I cheated on you. Duh. Because we people, if we get away with small, we think that we can get away with a little bit higher, a little bit higher, a little bit higher. It's when you see a driver and he goes 61 on a 60 km/h street. He went just 1 kilometer above, but nobody caught him. Now he is going 65. Still nobody caught him. Now he's going 70. Still nobody caught him. Now he's going 80 on a 60 km/h road. Still nobody caught him. Now he's going 100. He finally got caught and he kills 3 people. So be careful, because these small things can manifest into something really, really big. Small things can grow. The best example is the fucking seed you plant. Fuck that seed, if you plant it inside the ground, it can grow into a huge and blossom tree. And be honest with your friends, with your family. If you don't want to go to university, tell them you don't want to go to university. If you feel like your friend is being toxic to you, tell him, I fucking hate how you talk to me. I would appreciate if you will not talk to me like that anymore. And if you have some behavior in your girlfriend that you don't appreciate, tell her, I don't appreciate this about you. Can we communicate about it and stop this behavior? Easy. Honesty will go for a long way. And you best believe, some things, if you say them out loud, people will cherish you for that. People will give you applause by just saying that. And you will not be seen as weird or maybe uncharismatic. Say it honestly. That's all I'm gonna say. Be honest, and your confidence will improve immensely, because you know that you have nothing to hide from other people. And because you have made it this far, I have a little, it's not a little, I have a huge surprise for you. I have made a special method how to be the most charismatic version of yourself. It's called the social yin yang. The dark side is being you, is understanding that you are yourself. The other white side is you being nice, charismatic, and likable towards the other people. If we combine these two things together, you get the social yin yang, a special method that I have created to stay yourself, but at the other hand, still be extremely charismatic. So if you one day want to come to your workspace or to your local gym and shake hands with everyone there, I will take you through a 6-month-old program and complete rehabilitation of your beliefs and of your habits, and I will help you to create the most charismatic version of yourself. You will also gain access to the whole community of people who are just like you, where you can improve your communication and social skills. You will gain access to direct coaching by me, the person who has been studying charisma and social skills for 3 years straight. And we also have weekly calls where you can join and we will talk about charisma and social skills. And finally, you will also gain access to 30+ hours of courses and lectures about first impression speaking, charisma, millions of different stuff. So if you are ready to be rehabilitated into the most charismatic version of yourself, just click the first in the description. And also, if you want to learn how to be so charismatic that it feels illegal, click this video right here. I will see you there. Live a happy life.